Hey everyone, Joe here, and I'm coming to you on my channel, I Like Grunge, for the first time since February of this year, and wow, wow. It's been about 8 months since the last video I put up, and that video it was obviously the part of the top 10 Pearl Jam albums list. I was on number 4, and it's funny because at that time, it was taking me so long to make videos in between the countdown. I remember um, it was actually, I should probably save what I'm about to say for the next video I'm going to make right after this. But it's my top 10 Pearl Jam albums list started March 5th, 2014. So that means this countdown has gone on for about 2 years now. The view count is actually pretty good. I don't like it to, oh, I better get a lot of views or I suck. I've gotten pretty good amount of views for that list, and I'm just so sorry for the people who have been following me. No, I don't feel sorry for you, but in a way I do, because I have been a terrible, terrible YouTuber. I haven't been active. I remember I made the lyric videos a couple of years ago, and those videos got so many views, especially Pearl Jam song "Getaway," which I posted like a couple days before the album came out, because I got it a few days early, and that should have made me want to make videos like every day, but it really, I've just been terrible. I've been terrible. If the people who have been following me all along were right here, I'd let them slap me. I would. I'm sorry about that. And I'm just here to pretty much get that out of the way, give you background for people who, like, this is your first time watching my channel. I know I'm all serious, like I'm a big YouTuber, but I'm trying to, apologize to the people who've been following me for a couple of years now. And yeah, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's play catch up here. How have you all been doing? Go ahead and comment below. Um, how have I been doing? I've been great. I've done a lot more things since the last video. Um, Not really too many big things. Um, the main things are, and I know if you're watching this and you're like, dude, this guy's got a really obsession with Pearl Jam. You can already tell in the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the video. And that's going to be especially true because I've taken some big steps as a fan of my favorite band, Pearl Jam. And first one being back in July? July it was. I know it's many months after February, but nothing really happened from February through there. I was just making videos for my other YouTube channel, which I'm not going to go in detail about, but I do run another one. And between there and then, nothing happened, but on July, when it was announced, if you are a follower of the band, Pearl Jam announced that they were going to be playing at the 2015 Global Citizen Festival in New York City. And when I heard about that, I was like, all right, whoa, they're playing a festival in the U.S. And I know festivals are really, like, in America, if you're not in the U.S., just know that they are, I'm not going to say bad, but they are not really rock oriented anymore. It's all pop, all rap, all hip hop, and if you're watching this and you like that, that's great. But I personally do not. I'm an all rock and roll person, and when I heard about them playing there, I was like, all right, that's great, and New York City isn't that it really isn't that far away from me. And it is a pretty long drive, but not like excruciating. Um, so when I heard about it, I was like, great, how do I get tickets? I want to buy tickets. When do they go on sale? And then, if you all know what's going to happen next, then you all are like, okay, we know. But tickets for that annual festival are free. And when I heard about that, I was like, okay, give me them. But no, you had to. It's run by a run by a charity called the Global Poverty Project, and their goal is to eliminate global poverty by the year 2030. It's a really great cause, really great charity. I'm glad that I heard about them. I really do like all the things that they are trying to get rid of poverty, hunger, homelessness, all that. Really great cause. Check it out. I really recommend. And when I heard about that, I was like, great, they're free. But yes, you had to go on their website, sign up, and do tasks. You had to, for instance, sign petitions to, give medicine to certain people, and I know that's not very specific of me, but that's basically what it was. You had to sign online petitions, email world leaders to tell them to do this and that. You had to tweet to certain people, get the word out there, and they had different drawings, ticket drawings, and I entered into the first one. And I was like, okay, this is great. I could end up actually winning tickets to see Pearl Jam. This is great. And I did not win tickets on the first drawing. I was upset with that. I was like, I'm never going to win. And then the second drawing came, and I entered that. And nope, it didn't happen. And then the third one happened. I entered it, and then about like 20 days later, because I entered it on the first day because I was just ready to go. Come on, sign me up. Third drawing, I got an email about 20 days later when the drawing closed, and guess who won tickets? Me. And I was really, I don't know what the word is, really happy about that, really amazed that I was gonna see my favorite band for free, and then it was, now I have to plan my trip to New York. So we eventually went up there, and my father and I did. We went up to New York, and if you don't know, the festival was in Central Park, New York. Probably, I'm not gonna. There probably are a lot of famous parks in the world, but Central Park's probably the most famous one in the world. If there's another one out there, I'm sorry, I haven't heard of it, but it's probably. And we got a hotel near there, fairly close, and in September, it was September 25th that we got there. We went to the Pearl Jam pop-up shop at Volcom. What's the town name? Toho, I think it is. T-O-H-O. Tahoe, I don't know. New York. Inside the city, and got some merchandise. Got a shirt. I'm wearing this shirt right here. I know it's very blue. Very blue. I don't really wear baby blue often, but I'm wearing it because it's a similar color to this, but more gray. And I couldn't find it. I was gonna wear it in this video because why not? And I couldn't find it, but it's a really sweet shirt. If you haven't seen it, and I got a poster, one of the posters, and for those of you who are in the know, there were 4 available posters, and I did not get the Skyline one. The Skyline one was the one that everyone was really going for, either that one or the Transformers one. Those were the two that everybody was going for. I got the one with the skull on it. Yeah, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. And it was really fun. Really fun. I got the stickers. What else? I think that's about it. Yeah, I got that. But very sweet stuff. Really good memories right there. And being around a bunch of people who are probably in the fan club. And speaking of, I wanted to go in order of what happened, but in between winning tickets and going to the festival, I signed up for the Pearl Jam fan club known as the 10 Club. Finally, I signed up for it after just a couple years of like really considering it. But I always wanted to know like what are the actual benefits of it. But once I heard that, excuse me. Once I heard that you get first dibs at concert tickets for every tour, I was really happy about that. So I signed up, and there are a bunch of cool stuff that you can get as well. And I signed up, and so I was in the line for the pop-up shop for 2 hours, was inside of the... No, I was actually in line for about an hour and a half, in the store for about 30 minutes, maybe a little less, but good being around a lot of people who are probably in the 10 Club, and a lot of people who I see on the forums every single day, and, you know, it was good. Great. And then the festival happened, and here's my story. I remember the days after the festival, I wanted to make a video on here, and I said, no, screw you. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to make a video about this, telling the crazy day that I had at the festival, and how I am the luckiest person in the world. The thing is I'm actually a very unlucky person. I have the worst luck, but that day I was the luckiest person, and I don't know. I'm sure there are more people lucky, but I was very lucky, and in the sense that my father and I got up very, very early that morning of the festival. We walked to Central Park since we were in walking distance, and we didn't want to pay so much for taxis. Taxis are, ugh. But anyway, we walked there. It took us forever to really find where the line was. And I feel like I should leave some details out. I really do think I should. So I'm going to keep going and kind of maybe leave stuff out. And I have to. I feel like I should. I don't really know why, but there's some details that I should probably leave out. But maybe I'll keep them in, but we'll see where it goes. We walked. We couldn't find where the line was for our entrance, and we were walking all around. We knew that we were close. You know, we were on the west side of Central Park. That's where our ticket said to go. And we walked to. We were walking around. And all of a sudden we see a bunch of gates. You know, barricades, like wrestling barricades. You know, at the sides. You know, those security steel ones. And we saw those, and we were like, okay, this looks like a trail. You know. It looks like, you know, this is going to be a line for a bunch of people to get in, and they're going to, you know, come in and along the rail, and this is like telling people where to go. So we followed the rail for a while, and eventually saw security and policemen setting up stuff. They were setting up stuff outside of the park. Well, we were technically in, but whatever. Outside, and we asked them, is this the entrance? Because, you know, nobody was around. Nobody was around us, you know? And we were like, this really looks like it's an entrance, because we can see that the Great Lawn is like in sight. And he said, and they were saying, we don't really know. We were just told to set up this stuff here, and we were like, okay, and we figured that this had to be a way in because they were setting up, metal detectors. They were setting up a bunch of security stuff, and we figured, they have to be setting this up because this is where people are going to go in. So we were like, and we were just like really confused. Why are we the first people here? This is very fishy. Because we were like, wow, look at us, we're the first people in line. And then we were like, what if this is too good to be true? We're going to end up like, I don't know. We don't know. We have the worst luck. And we were there for a while. We were chilling. They said we could wait there, I guess. And this is the part I don't know. And we chilled there for a while. Long story short, until all of a sudden, oh yeah, I have to say this. We had learned from the security that were there that we were actually way ahead of everybody else. And we learned that this is the part where I'm like, what should I say? What should I say? What should I not say? We were ahead of everybody else, is the basic part of it. And that we were actually in the second part of the line. People come in back there, and then they're going to go up here to, get checked by security, and, rightfully so. And we were like, wait a minute, we really are the first people in the line. And we were really, really, excited about that. We could hear them sound checking over there, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're going to be, at the front. We're going to get rail. And next thing you know, they say, okay, we can check you, and you can go in. So we go in, we get checked, everything's fine, none of us did anything. And we started running. We started running right into the Great Lawn, and we see the stage in the distance, and we just see, all the gates that they have all set up there for sections, and we are just like, let's go. So we run up there, and we're like, this is crazy, we're the first people in there. How is this possible? So we're running up there, and next thing you know, this is where we started to get a little scared. Because we had heard, all of a sudden we hear people say, hey, stop! And it was people, and it was a couple of security people. And not the same ones. They would be like, yeah, go. But different ones were like, wait, stop. And we stopped and everything, and they said, what are you doing in here? And it was like, they let us in. We explained, they let us in back there. And then we were like, well, they shouldn't have. And I really made that shorter than it was, because next thing you know, we're, whatever. They said, well, they shouldn't have let you in. And then we were just standing there like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do to us? We just were in the right place at the right time. And we stood with them, and then eventually we got the good news that they were going to let us stay there until they got the okay that the rest of the line was going to be sent in. So eventually, we're waiting there for a while. And we're like, whoa, we got let in so many minutes before. They should have let us in. But then all of a sudden, we get the okay, and we walk up there. We walk up to the stage, because there's no one behind us at this point, because they're getting their tickets scanned, and then they go through the, I'm sure, they go through the, pat downs, and metal detection. That probably took them a while, so we had no competition behind us. All the people that were in front of us up there were some of the volunteers for the festival who helped set up a little bit, who were just normal people. They just helped set up, and um, it was just one row of people, and we were so happy for that, and we were just behind one row of people. Imagine like this is the stage right here. This is it. Like you're looking at the stage. These are the sides. Down the middle, like this is where we are. We're on the right side because the left side is people who paid for tickets, VIP sections. So they reserved their spots where they were gonna go. So we were over here, like in the absolute corner of the rail, like right up near the stage, corner rail, and great. It was fantastic, and then a bunch of people came in. And a bunch of Beyonce fans. They were annoying. If you're a Beyonce fan, you're watching this. You guys are annoying as hell. No, they all came up, and many people all of a sudden came up. Luckily, we weren't squished or anything. It was nothing like nothing tragic happened. Thank goodness the entire time. I just kept imagining, what if people all just push forward? It's happened before, like at Roskilde 2000. I was like, we're up here. Goodness, they better not. But all the people came behind us, and then somehow, by the time Coldplay got started, next thing you know, we're behind like 7 people, 7 rows. That's not just America, but the world today. People are greedy, and they just somehow meshed their way in front of us, and then more people did. All of them, most of them, annoying Beyonce fans. Hate them. And yeah, that's the way it was all day. Standing up all day, it was so tiring. And then eventually, by the time that I'm trying to think here. By the time that Beyonce had finished, we were, all up there. Same spot, about 7 rows back, and we had. What am I? I'm at a loss for words right now. I have no idea why. All of a sudden, once Beyonce was finished, we had known all day that there were going to be many people leaving after her. We had heard people talking all day about it. They were like, hey, people talking to their buddies, hey, we're leaving after this, and we all knew that they were going to leave. So as Beyonce was finished and the next speaker was up, we were slowly walking up as they were walking out. We were just filling in their positions. And I got 2nd row, but I like to consider it first because I was behind one person. That's it. And that's only an inch away. We were all squished up there. I was only behind the 1st row by an inch, so I like to consider it me being 1st row, just because. And just an amazing concert once Pearl Jam got up there. And I'm sure many of you probably watched it on TV or on YouTube, because YouTube showed the full version, unlike MSNBC, who showed 6 out of the 12 songs that were played. Or 8. They played like 6 or 8. But still. It was amazing. Going into it, I knew that they were going to play a lot of hits. They were going to play, I don't like to say basic songs, but play songs that, you know, you'd expect, and they did. Some surprises though. Eventually were what were some of the surprises? I was surprised to hear Mind Your Manners first. I was expecting to hear that, but I did not expect that to be the first song. I was expecting like Why Go or possibly Release or Long Road, but I was not expecting Mind Your Manners. But it was a killer version, and next thing you know, right after Mind Your Manners, Do the Evolution started, and I know I don't look like I'm an exciting person, like I really don't, but I was jumping up there first row once Do the Evolution started. Like that was a energizer for me after standing all day. Like once Do the Evolution started, like it was like I just stood up for the first time that day. You know, I was going nuts, and then for the rest of the show, I was really, really happy. And another surprise was Unthought Known. That song is one of my favorites. It's possibly in my top 10, if not number 11. It's a big favorite of mine. And another surprise was, not really a surprise, was Imagine. I was really expecting that to happen, but I guess it's a surprise, and I'm glad I was able to hear, because you know, they just started playing that last year. It's cool when you hear songs like that. And then the biggest surprise of the entire set was Redemption Song with Beyonce. And I got a video of it on my phone, at least most of the song, Eddie and Beyonce singing together. It was only the third time that song has been performed at a Pearl Jam concert. First one since 1994. And at their last tour in Latin America, they played it. But still, I heard the third time. First time in 22 years, so 21 years, whatever. So that's a big surprise. And then Rockin' the Free World was a really great version of it, and included many of the side stage bands going up there, performers. It was just an amazing night, and to be their first row. And the only thing that makes me upset is that they only played 12 songs. But I wasn't really expecting to play a long set. I was expecting an hour 30, but it ended up being an hour 5 minutes, about, roughly. And still, I'm so thankful to be at their first row for 12 songs. I was dreaming about that since I'd heard about the festival, and yeah, very cool. And it makes me want to go to another Pearl Jam concert, a full-length 3-hour show up their first row, even more, because then I get 30 plus songs up there instead of 12, and plus more diverse too, and fan favorites. But I'm looking forward to Pearl Jam 25 next year. I'm sure many of you know about that already, and I'm part of the thread on the Pearl Jam forums, Pearl Jam 2016 rumors, PJ 25 rumors. And if you're on that thread, you know it's crazy. I'm not going to say who I am, but I'm on there. I don't really... I follow along. It's crazy. But, yeah, I'm glad that I'm part of the 10 Club now. I'm glad that I attended the festival. I'm glad that I'm back here on YouTube. All that, I'm glad that you all are still on this video. Very weird that you're spending this time with me, but hey, I can make fun of you because you've gone this far. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much. And my voice is cracking. My throat's been terrible, so sorry about that. It always has been terrible. But I'm coming back with another edition of the top 10 Pearl Jam albums. I'm gonna record that like right after this. thank you all for sticking around, and subscribe below. I will finish this list, I promise, very soon. Thank you.